The Soweto Electricity Crisis Committee say this is cruel and this is brutal of authorities to continue power cuts while the country is currently experiencing a harsh winter. This as the citizens of Soweto are currently without electricity. The organization does not associate the supply cuts with a lack of payment. For more on this, I'm joined by the chairperson of the Soweto Electricity Crisis Committee, Jacob Kganedi. Jacob, good evening and thank you for your time. Eskom is saying we are focusing on high-density areas where there is illegal connection that is blowing transformers. What's your reaction?
Yeah, good evening and welcome to this. What was your comment, sir?
Eskom is saying they are focusing on high-density areas that are connecting illegally in order to reduce the pressure on the system. They are spending R1 billion replacing transformers, and that's why they're disconnecting during this time of lockdown.
Yeah, in Soweto, many a time we've approached the Eskom officials and we've also informed them that we'd like to be taken into confidence as to how they arrive at the measurements and how do they arrive at the figures that they normally send to the residents. And every time Eskom has promised to come back to say we'll take you through, but that has not happened, and I'm counting here over 5 years that they have done that. Two, there isn't any illegal connection that they claim. That is blatant of Eskom to say, because every year, come winter time, we experience this. And time and time again, we have informed Eskom to say, what are you doing? Now, what we have also found out is the instruments that Eskom is using are quite aged. They're quite old, and Eskom has not serviced its own instruments. As a result, when the high demand of energy comes in, they are unable to keep up with the demands. Instead, they think they must switch off elsewhere and punish people. So that has been the criteria they've used, or the practice they've used from time to time. Never at any given time has that been rectified.
So Jacob, what I'm saying to you is Eskom is saying this time around, because of low demand, it's not a question of capacity, but it is a question of illegal connections that are overloading the system and they are blowing transformers. And hence they are taking this new approach so that they can be able to audit those people who are connecting illegally.
I clearly hear what you're saying, and I'm saying to you that is a blatant lie, in that in Soweto, it's almost the entire area whereby from time to time there isn't any electricity. 3 weeks it was in Chawelo. Up till now they have not lit anything. And then you move to Moletani, they've had this problem also over weeks. And then you go to Deep Kloof. Deep Kloof has experienced this throughout the zones. You go to Meadowlands, you find this problem. You go to Dobsonville, you find this problem. And now the question is, if they think that it's overloading and the systems have been blown, which area can they say we've attended to and things are moving now smoothly so that they can attend to these areas as they come? That's one portion. Two is that every winter, this is what we experience, and we are not happy. You go to Orange Farm, since last September, they've not had electricity. As a result, 2 weeks ago, there's a family of 4 who burned to death when they were trying to warm themselves on a brazier. Then these are unanswered questions which are being caused by Eskom. So yeah, that is very brutal, and that is very bad of Eskom.
So what do you make of the criteria that they are using with this load reduction, where they determine which are high-density areas with illegal connections?
Eskom has not come to be clear or to the play to say, this is what we are doing. You know, we had a meeting at Midrand in February this year when they were making proposals of increasing of tariffs, and they undertook that they would come down to the customers, they will come down to the communities and discuss this. Now it's June, that has not happened. I gather they will be saying because of the COVID-19. But over the years, this is the empty promises that they have made throughout.
Jacob, what do you say then to Eskom saying they are not protected by communities? Actually, when they come to do those audits, when they come to test compliance, they are attacked by the communities, they are stoned by communities, and therefore their lives are in danger in those communities, hence the strategy that they are going for.
You know what, that is not true, because Eskom has been informed to say there's the local leadership. Now, you've got to inform the local leadership, starting, of course, with ward councillors. Ward councillors must warn the community to say there's this problem and there'll be this thing taking place. Unlike just coming into the township and fiddling with the distribution boxes. Now, that in itself angers the community, and as a result, they also come in unmarked cars. And as a result, the community becomes so angry, and it becomes a no-go area. This is experience that we have seen so far.
So in your view then, Jacob, in the residents particularly of Soweto, there are no illegal connections. There's nobody who's bypassing meters. There is nobody who is connecting to the electricity grid illegally. This is just Eskom unable to handle the load and therefore switching off people.
True, Eskom will always lie. Eskom will always find a way of saying this is what is happening. But it has not come to the fore and say, I would like to prove myself clear, and this is what I'm going to do, and see as to whether this would happen. But say the illegal connections that I personally have seen happen around the informal settlements, whereby electrical poles have been wired, and it's really not safe going around there. But around the houses here, that has not been seen.
And what are you as the community doing about those illegal connections in those informal settlements?
We've always addressed the leadership there, but they also have their own problems to say. Eskom is very disrespectful. Eskom does not approach them. Eskom does not negotiate with them. Eskom simply leaves them in the lurch. And as a result, they need energy. They need also to warm themselves.